Hey everybody, welcome to Facebook Live, KHOU 11 News. I'm Jason Bristol. There is no reason not to participate in today's post-game huddle. Not after a 31-24 win over the Kansas City Chiefs. Deshaun Watson, what a game, 280 yards passing, 30 of 42. Carlos Hyde, 116 yards rushing, 4.5 yards per carry. Deshaun with 3 total touchdowns. And look at that, a 31-24 win over the Kansas City Chiefs. We are doing one word to describe what happened today in Kansas City. I'm going to start it off because this word was mentioned quite a bit around the newsroom. It's an easy one. I'm saying shocking. Shocking. I mean, who came into Sunday thinking that the Texans would get it done in this fashion after being down 17-3 in the first quarter, then scoring 20 unanswered points in the second quarter? I'm looking at the box score right here, or line score. 20 points and 0 points for the Chiefs in that second quarter. So give us your words. I have Lisa Carter over here. Oh, formerly Lisa Carter. But Lisa Carter, she's checking the Facebook feed here for your words, and I'm going to try and bring it up myself. Any good words yet here, Lisa?
Yeah, Tracy says determined.
Determined. All right, so Tracy weighing in with determined. So there we go, determined. Let me see if I can pull up this. All righty. This is what happens live here, right? So we have shocking, we have determined. I think surprising would be a good one. What else?
Joy says shutdown.
Shutdown. Okay.
Ronnie says dynamic.
Ooh, Ronnie says dynamic. Jerry, you saying any words over here behind me? Any word to describe what happened today, what we saw today here out in Kansas City? One word. Okay, we got determined, so we'll put a little check mark on that. 2 of them. All righty here.
Larry just chimed in to say hello.
Hey, Larry.
Like Larry Mullins.
Oh, hey, Larry. Larry, you're supposed to be over here, not over there. You're supposed to be behind me.
Cabretha says focused.
Focused? You know, the way they ran the football today, you could maybe even put smash mouth, but I'm not going to. Boy, Carlos Hyde. When the Texans got Carlos Hyde, I think a lot of us said, okay, yeah, there's a guy that, he's a guy. But man, what he's been able to do in the absence of Lamar Miller.
Melanie says relentless.
Relentless. You know, that's a favorite word around these parts, actually. That's a favorite word amongst all of us here.
Alita says fierce.
Fierce? Here's another question while you're thinking up your words. Is this the biggest or best win for Bill O'Brien during his tenure in Houston? My knee-jerk reaction is yes. Like, this is his biggest win. I mean, here's a team that many people had Super Bowl, perhaps. The Chiefs, the way they've played last year. Now, this is 2 straight losses to the AFC South. They lost to the Colts last week, and now they lost today, obviously, to the Texans. So, but I don't think that diminishes what the Texans have done. The Chiefs have some issues on defense. I think we knew that going in. But man, here we go. Let's see. I don't want to hear myself. Lennis says winner, yeah. Ojeda says fantastico. That's on there, nice. Margie says, finally a quarterback. Yeah. Danielle, best needed win ever. Victoria, good things to come. Aaron checking in saying, go Texans. Larry says, signature win. Yeah, I think this is a signature win. There hasn't been a lot of games in the Bill O'Brien era that shock you in terms of, wow, they pulled this off. When you think of the games against New England, you think of this game, obviously. I mean, the New England games are always the one that stick in my mind. Justin says, what about Fuller with all these drop passes or those drop passes? We could have blown them out. Yeah. Danielle says, control. Mahomes sidelined most of the game, meaning, yes, that Texans offense with that running game really had the game in control, because when you're playing the Chiefs, you want them to be on the sidelines, that Kansas City offense, and you want your offense to be on the field. So I'm going to put control. That's a very good one. It's sweeter for Enrique because beating them in Arrowhead, no doubt. I mean, Arrowhead is certainly one of the toughest places to play in the NFL, so that's a good one as well. Walter, great coaching. Jason says, not to diminish the win, but Hop and Fuller need to catch the ball. The score would have been way higher. It is very rare for DeAndre Hopkins not to catch the football. Will Fuller, that's obviously been an issue for him since he came out of college. But, even if Will Fuller, and I hate to put this asterisk on this, but even if Will Fuller is not catching the ball, just the threat of him, those downfield passes, that certainly opens things up a little bit. Certainly, believe me, you want him to catch the football, no doubt, but having him involved, I think, is better than not. Is it Jaime? Yeah. Fire the kicker and go for 2 points instead. Yeah, that is one of the negatives right now is Fairbairn. Every team, it seems, to go through some kicker issues at some point, and right now the Texans, he gives you so much on those kickoffs for the most part, and I think he's hit a lot of deficiencies in that special teams unit. But, point afters and a 30-something yard field goal attempt, that's not good. Michelle checking in from Pensacola, Florida. Thank you. Claire, what a game. Love my Texans. Justin, as we said, those long drives kept Patrick Mahomes on the sidelines. OB did good this game, no doubt. Greg says, yeah, best win for Bill. Love the Houston Texans cheerleaders. Larry Mullins is back in saying stunner. I had under shocking. I was thinking stunning, but okay, we could put stunning. I prefer, the active verbs, ing. Win it all for Bob. Can we focus on the good? Yes, Joy, we're going to focus on the good. Victoria says, should have taken Zane Gonzalez, hometown boy. Yes, Zane Gonzalez from the Katy area, if I'm not mistaken, had a rough go of it with the Browns. Yes, so Anna says, any given Sunday, upset. Hashtag upset. Why didn't we think of that? Upset. Like that's... So now that's 2 straight Sundays. You could say that the Kansas City Chiefs have been upset. First it was Deer Park. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Thank you, Victoria. I blanked there for a second. Thank you. So Deer Park, Zane Gonzalez. Thank you. Let's see. Shocking, determined, shutdown, dynamic, focused, relentless, fierce, fantastico, control, or controlling, sweeter, stunning, and then, of course, upset. Justin also adding in that he definitely likes what our tight ends are doing. Fells is a big guy, 6'7", 280. Yeah, I think certainly using those tight ends is never a bad thing. And Bill O'Brien coming from a very tight end friendly offense in New England. Granted, how many years ago was that now? But, he's always been pretty big on the tight ends since he's gotten here. Watson's actions. say put some respect on his name and the team. Yep. Tracy says fantastic. Tracy says comfortable. Respect from Janet. Unbelievable. See, I knew there'd be lots of words on this one, right? Because there's no reason not to be a part of our post-game huddle here. Oh, Greg. Look what Greg Cox wrote. Do you see that? He wrote supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break. I'll be back in 10 minutes as I write that word on the board. Listen, we can have fun after a Texans win, huh? You the man, Greg. You the man. That's funny. Amazing. Yeah, Anna says Greg is the man. He is the man. Oh, wow. Can you spell check that? If you write that into your... If you write that, will Apple automatically correct the spelling, you think? Yeah, everyone loves Greg. Yep. Yep. That's a great one. That's a great one. All right. How are we feeling about the Astros, by the way, tonight? Can I make a quick segue? It's JV day, right? So that's good. Shocking, determined, shutdown, dynamic, focus, relentless, fierce, fantastico, control, sweeter, stunning, unbelievable, upset, and supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's got to win, right? That's got to win, right, Lisa?
Yeah.
It's got to win. Does anyone, do you hear someone chewing? Oh, there's someone eating. What are you eating? Oh, okay. There's somebody eating on my shoulder. All right. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Oh, no.
It's got to win, right? It has to win.
It's got to be the best word.
It's got to be the best word. All right. Hyde, Nick says Hyde is a great back. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's funny. Listen, I mean, he wasn't really wanted by... Now, Kansas City had quite a few running backs, especially when they got LaShawn McCoy, and they had a surplus, so the Texans were able to get him. But, man, what a revelation that guy's been. Because you got Duke Johnson, who can catch the football. He's the shifty dude. And then you've got Carlos Hyde, who's willing to drop those shoulder pads and pick up the extra yards. And he's been doing more than that. I think he had a 26-yard run in this game. Janet says, Greg says, still love the Astros. Janet, we're going to take the win today. Go Astros. I'm going to be in New York starting on Monday night, so I'm heading for that. Anthony says, wow, the Houston Texans pulling off the upset of the day against a high, potent Kansas City Chiefs offense in its backyard. What are we going to do with Miller when he comes back? Hyde is very consistent. He is relentless. Well, you know, that's I don't know if Miller is a free agent after next year. I don't know, after this year. Miller's not coming back this season, so it's kind of a moot point at this point. Those are decisions to be made in the offseason. Let's see here. All right, so someone said lucky. Leonard says lucky. Leonard, why would you say lucky, that they were lucky to win this game? I don't think they were lucky. Believe me, if the Texans were lucky, I'd be the first one to tell you they were lucky. Yes, perhaps they were lucky because, let me rephrase that. Perhaps there was some luck involved when you miss a PAT and you miss a field goal attempt, but overall, I don't think lucky, if I had to paint a broad brush with one word, I don't think lucky would be the word for this game.
I think what he may be referring to is the fact that Patrick Mahomes got hurt last week.
Okay.
And you could tell he was not 100% for this game.
Okay. So Jerry's weighing in saying that perhaps we got lucky because we caught the Chiefs at the right time, maybe. All right.
You see that he re-injured himself in today's game.
Danielle says, Hyde reminds me of Emmitt Smith back in the day. Whoa! I don't know if I'd go that far, Danielle, but if he could be our version, a lighter version of Emmitt Smith, we'll certainly take that. Watson is the MVP. That's coming from Nick. Tanya says, go Texans with a little muscle. Fuller left his hand. Justin says Fuller left his hands at the game last Sunday. I will say this. It is encouraging to see the Texans play well without a big game from Will Fuller, because a lot of times I kind of feel that the Texans, when Will Fuller is on top of his game, they can beat anyone with the help of some offensive line and things like that. Will Fuller, 5 catches, 44 yards. Fells, 6 catches, 69 yards. D-Hop had 9 catches for 55 yards. Again, Watson goes 30 of 42 for 280 and a touchdown, and I think he had 2 picks, right? He had, yeah. So, all right, everybody. I say we wrap this up because we got the word, and I'm going to have, who wants to spell it for me? No one? All right, we're going to do supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Now, here's the thing. We are not allowed to use that word the rest of the season, right? So we use the word once, and that's it. We cannot use that word again. So supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is the word after the Texans beat the Kansas City Chiefs 31-24 at Arrowhead. Don't forget, we have another NFL game on right now. Cowboys and Jets. Right? Yeah. And catch this Sports Extra tonight after the Astros game right here on KHOU 11, because we're going to hopefully get your questions about the Astros. So for all of us here at KHOU 11, thanks for being a part of our post-game huddle after the Texans win. And the word of the day is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.